All right, so you've made the jump to Windows 11. It's sleek, it's fast, but what if I told you there's a way to fix some of its biggest annoyances and really take back control of your desktop? Today, we're diving into a tool that does exactly that. It's called Start11. So let me just ask you something. Since you upgraded to Windows 11, have you ever found yourself, I don't know, clicking twice for something that used to take just one click? Or maybe you're squinting at this long row of identical icons, trying to guess which one is the document you actually need? If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are so not alone. So, what's the real dilemma here? Well, for a lot of us who've been using Windows for years, this slick new design also brought in some, let's say, seriously frustrating changes that just kind of mess with how we get things done. Let's dig into what those are. See if any of this rings a bell. The taskbar icons? Suddenly, no labels. So now you're playing this little guessing game, hovering over everything. That right-click menu? It now hides what you actually need behind an extra, totally unnecessary click. Those cool, dynamic live tiles from Windows 10? Poof, they're gone. And trying to move your taskbar to the top of the screen? Nope, can't do that anymore either. I mean, these aren't just little pet peeves, right? For a lot of people, these are actual, honest-to-goodness productivity killers. Now, what's so cool about this is that a problem this specific has an equally specific solution. I mean, what if you could keep the modern look and the speed of Windows 11, but just surgically remove the parts that are driving you crazy? And that is exactly where Start11 comes into the picture. At its heart, it's this super simple, super focused utility that does one thing really, really well. It gives you back complete control over your Start menu and your taskbar. It lets you bring back all those classic features you miss, while also adding some pretty powerful new ways to personalize your setup that Windows just doesn't offer. And, this quote from a user just nails it perfectly. I wanted to maintain the identity of Windows 11 while rolling back only the parts I want. See, this isn't about making your computer look like it's from 2015. It's about making your modern computer work for you, right now. Now, you might be thinking, hey, wait a minute, aren't there free tools that do this? And yeah, you're right, there are. But the whole approach is just fundamentally different. A popular free tool, it's kind of like taking a sledgehammer to the problem. It just reverts your entire desktop back to a Windows 10 theme. Start11, on the other hand, is a scalpel. It lets you make these really precise, targeted fixes, all while keeping that modern look and feel of Windows 11. So how does this actually help you work better, faster? Let's look at how Start11 lets you totally reclaim your workflow by fixing those exact pain points we were just talking about. Okay, this is the magic right here. Remember that whole list of frustrations? Well, Start11 just solves them. You can ungroup your windows and see those individual labels again. No more guessing games. You can get that full classic right-click menu back. No more extra clicks. You can finally move your taskbar back to the top of the screen if that's where you want it. And hey, if you're really missing the old days, you can even swap out the whole Start menu for a classic Windows 7 or 10 design. And speaking of Windows 10, for anyone out there who genuinely loved that tile-based Start menu, well, I've got fantastic news. Start11 doesn't just bring it back. Users are saying it, get this, actually improves on it. I mean, don't just take my word for it. Listen to what one user had to say. They found that organizing the tiles in Start11 is even more comfortable and faster than it was in the original Windows 10. It feels like you're smoothly sliding them around without any of that old lag. So basically, Start11 took a feature people loved and actually made it better. But here's where it gets really fun. Start11 isn't just about fixing problems. It's also about unlocking this level of deep personalization that lets you make your desktop truly 100% uniquely yours. The amount of creative control you get here is just fantastic. You want to change a tile's icon to a picture of your cat? You can do that. Want to color code your most used apps so they pop? Easy. You can even set a custom wallpaper just for your Start menu background. You can tweak transparency, change corner styles from rounded to square, and even replace the Windows Start button with your own logo. It's all about making your space feel like your space. Okay, this all sounds pretty incredible, but let's get down to the final analysis, right? What are the trade-offs here? What are the limitations? What's it going to cost you? Basically, is this tool actually worth it for you? So here's the reality check. On the plus side, it's lightweight, it's simple, and it gives you those surgical fixes we talked about. But it's not perfect. The biggest thing is it can't bring back true live tiles. So don't expect to see real-time updates on your news or weather apps. Some users also mention a few minor cosmetic bugs, like custom pictures getting a little stretched out on the wide tiles. And of course, yes, it is a paid app. So, what's the damage? What's this going to cost? Well, typically it sells for around $6. That's it. For less than the price of a fancy coffee, you can fix the daily frustrations you have with the single most important tool on your entire computer. But hey, maybe you're still on the fence, and that's totally fair. But there is actually a really clever, kind of sneaky way you can take this thing for a complete test drive before you commit to anything. Okay, so here's the trick. A lot of people in the community are doing this. Just buy Start11 on Steam. The gaming platform has this super generous refund policy. You can install it, test out every single feature, mess with all the settings, and as long as you request a refund within 2 hours of actually using it, you get your money back. No questions asked. It's basically a free 2-hour trial. And that's Start11 in a nutshell. It's a tool for anyone who believes their technology should adopt to them, not the other way around. Which really just leaves us with one last important question to think about. Your computer is your most used tool. It's where you work, where you create, where you connect. Isn't it time it worked exactly your way?